Start the recording, start the streaming. As I think everything is set up as yes, this is our catch-up stream. Quick, run a 1 minute ad break immediately. Whoops, couldn't start ad at this time. It's too early. What if I do it now? Okay, that seems to work. Always random right at the beginning, because why not? Disable the pre-roll ads for anyone who's coming in as I wait for stream feed. There we go. As yeah, we are going to have it. This is our catch-up stream, which I wanted to have, to be fair, on Tuesday initially. Then I was busy on Tuesday, and then I was going to do maybe I was like, I'll try Thursday. Was busy on Thursday evening, so we have it today, literally one day before the actual stream, where we start on what you may call it. Oh, hello, Fox Slime. Thank you for following. Follower goal met. I didn't even realize I had a follower goal. There we go. So there we go. Follower goal of 60. Thank. It has been cut off. I need to like. How do I make this smaller or something? Hi dear. Hello. Hello, Fox Slime. How are you today? Let me think. How am I going to make you alert? Should we do it like this and then just make it smaller? Thing is, I don't know how this is going to look. Whatever. I guess we'll find out. Feridian, hello Feridian. Welcome everyone. As we have a catch-up stream today. Wait, how do I usually set my things out for blueprints? Like, not like this, right? Yeah, that seems right. But yes, because I could not stream throughout the week, Tuesday, Thursday, to do the catch-up stream. This is our catch-up stream on the Saturday. That's right, we're doing a double stream weekend. I know, right? Crazy. And because of that, I will be stricter with myself, I think, with actually sticking with timelines for today. So actually stopping at 5 this time. Because, I mean, we're streaming tomorrow as well, so there's no need to get too into it. But we're starting with blueprints instead of actually starting a drawing first, mainly because I'm pretty sure I can finish a drawing within the hour slot this time. I was actually looking at it, I was like, there's not actually much to do. Like, it might be done in half an hour, in which case, fair enough. So, stop, chill, hop now. Get everything back up. I can't remember how to stream. I also apologize if my voice sounds a bit like I feel like, I don't know, I'm not like under the weather or anything, but just like something about my voice is feeling like it's going today. But hello Cyborg. Late game mahjong, maybe, who knows. Late night mahjong. Could have been. But yes. Anyway. Thank you all for coming along. Hope you're ready to have a bit of a journey through blueprints. I found your YouTube channel when you posted your first Patrick's Parabox episode. Oh, lovely. I was going to say first time chatters. It's nice to welcome you. Vinch dear, hello. Another dear joining the chat. Lots of people here today. Maybe I should stream on Saturdays more. But yes, we'll be continuing on with our blueprints for like an hour or two, and then we'll, of course, get to finishing off a thumbnail art drawing after that. If you're new or you missed the last few episodes that we've done with blueprints, and the last time we made it into the antechamber, and then we opened up the antechamber for 46th door, and we made it to whatever's north, room 46. That's what it's called. Sorry, I'm not explaining that really weirdly. And that's what we did literally in the last stream, and that's why the last stream was so long, is because it took so long to do all of that. I did have a big raid last time, that's true. I think these are all people that I reckon, well, apart from Fox Time, which is newcomer, but from Patrick's Parabox, that makes sense. But yeah, so the runs can get extremely long with this game, which is why, you know, I'm being strict on myself this time. If today ends up being a shorter stream, that's okay, because we're streaming tomorrow as well, so. I also, I'm expecting a delivery today at some point. I think it won't be until, 4-ish, 5-ish, my time, so it should be fine. But if I, randomly go, oh, there's a delivery, that's why I'm going somewhere to grab a delivery. But anyway, we're playing Blueprints. Our plans Normally Nunword's here, so I wonder if Nunword's busy on Saturdays, in which case I apologise, Nunword, but they'll have to miss out on a stream of blueprints. But what we're doing is, I don't actually super know. Like, we still have a lot of mysteries left to uncover. Like, I think we want to, the next day, we want to drain the reservoir, as one thing. I think we want to get to room 46 again. I think we still have many of these red letters that we need to get. I'm not sure. Oh, I also was thinking that this Blackbridge Grotto had a thing as well, of like the key lights or whatever to get in. I can't remember what other things we had that we were meant to do, but I'm just trying to think. Oh, hey, you Twitch partner now? I am. I'm a Twitch affiliate. So you are more than welcome to subscribe if you have the funds to do so, or use your free Amazon Prime subscription thingamajig. Of course, no pressure to, you don't have to. But yeah, I can run ads as well. So I often do that right at the beginning, I do that during the break, and I do it at the end because I don't want to disrupt everything. Wow, congrats, thank you. Oh, and thank you, Pinchty, as well, for subscribing. There you go. I'm 25% of my way to my sub goal, which I didn't even realise I had. And Vista on. It's still cut off the alert. I'm sorry. I've put the alert in a weird place. I don't know what I've done with it, but it doesn't display things properly. And I don't know how to, like, reset it. Ooh. There you go. You know, perfect timing for subscribing. Thank you, Cyborgs, just so we can see what it should look like. Okay. Thank you, everyone. That's Hype Train. You are part of the first Hype Train. What is going on? You should be able to move a square. Yeah, I can. It's just like, whenever I did it initially, I was scaling it for the followers alerts. So when people started subscribing, I was like, oh, the subscription one is cut off. There we go. I think it should be fine. The first 4 subscribers were all experiments to make sure that it's in the first place, and it's a why not use it. So thank you very much. You all have the honour of being one of the first subscribers, I think. Watch your space. When I hit 1 million subs, I'll remember your names. Anyway, sorry, should we actually play the game? Yes, so we have a trophy, it looks like. Inheritance trophy, reach room 46. So this is the second trophy we've got, which has been added to the trophy room. You can get founder. Let's do it. Let's aim for the stars. But we got a trophy last time for filling in the entire map, I believe, but we haven't actually seen the trophy room, so I don't know what the trophies earned to the trophy pool really means in this context. Is this a new letter? Only open in the event of inheritance. You know what? Where is outside folder? What's this place called? The entrance hall, maybe? I don't know, I don't have a folder for the entrance hall, weirdly. So I guess let's make one now. Entrance hall. Dear Baron, welcome to Mount Holly, your home. Okay, so now we properly own the place. I still remember the first time I was addressed by my title. I was quite a bit older than you, but it still felt strange, especially after a lifetime of hearing my father addressed daily by the same title. But life is a journey of growth. Growing up, growing older, growing wiser. And in our case, growing into the Baron of Reddington. The Baron doesn't have to be a daunting figure. He could be quiet and unassuming, or loud, brash and boisterous. He could be deceptive. I was like, what was that word say? I thought it said deep live, and I was like, what does deep live mean? Or trustworthy, humble or boastful, or any measure of other things, but always clever. When I inherited Mount Holly, I never had to prove myself. They just gave me the keys and left it at that. It felt too easy, too trivial, and very undeserved. Experience comes with time, but without validation, I spent the better part of my youth questioning myself. And as I grew older, that lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. I never really had any goals or objectives to strive towards. I never had any dreams to realise. Never set my sights on something beyond the horizon. I never had a room 46 to reach. Oh, I just closed the letter. And now that you have reached your goal and are basking in your well-deserved glory, shiny trophy in hand and showered with accolades and titles, will you be content to stop there? No, of course not. That's why we're back. Or will you look into the horizon and wonder what dreams lie ahead? Ovin Nevere. What does that mean? Herbert S. Sinclair. Or was it F? No, I don't know. Okay, so that is the letter from our gruncle, who gave us the inheritance. Ooh, we had a mail room last time as well. What do we get? A sleeping mask and 2 gems. That's fine. We'll take it. Good for steps. So, the first thing we want to do, we want to get to the outside place. You can hand out VIP badges, I think, and a lot more secrets to find. VIP badges. How do I do stuff like that? I can gift a sub. No, I'll do that a different time. Now that like I'm free again in August, that'll be the time I lock in and actually do all this stuff related to the channel, hopefully. Trading post could be fun because we have a sleeping mask. Sleeping mask I don't think is that great, and we can sort of just see what we got up for trade. I don't think there's anything else of note in here, but we can see what we get for it. Salt shaker. Sleeping mask is probably better, I think. But we can come back here if we get anything crazy. I also think it might be a good idea to go to, was it the inner sanctum, essentially, to open up the north lever at the cost of a few of our steps. Because, I mean, if we get there, if we do get to the antechamber, it would mean that we won't have to backtrack so much to actually open up everything. And I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure we have this method down here of getting to it very easily. Have you considered playing Rain World? I'm considering playing it. I do have it, and it is on the shortlist of games to play, to be honest. So sooner or later it will happen. I don't think it's going to be the next game following from hold on a minute. So we did lower the reservoir 2 steps, but I see that we can't actually use the boat because the boat is too low down. So we need to lower it down 1 step. Interesting. That's something to keep note of. Is it? Wait, hold on. Is this even the right place to get to the lever? Oh, I don't think it is. Whoops. Oh, we have to go there by... Oh, no, this is the right place. Never mind. I'm losing my mind. So this comes at the cost of 10 steps, which I'm actually not sure if it's worth it. But, I mean, presumably if we do actually make it to... Was it always here? What on earth is this? This is a room of a power box. Not a power box, a boiler room. Sorry, the box in the boiler room. So this is what it powers. Okay, interesting. Because we saw a diagram in the basement showing this. And I was like, what and where on earth is this? What's it powering up? That's what it's powering up. I see. Maybe that just opened up. I don't know how I missed this the first time. But okay. I mean, that's good to keep in mind. But, yeah, so this is going to come at the cost of like 13 steps to open up the antechamber north door. But it does mean that if we make it to the antechamber, we don't have to backtrack here. So, maybe it's worth it. I'm not really sure. Seeing as our ultimate goal, our main goal at the moment is to make it back into this room, I think it's probably a good idea. We have quite a few ways to... We now know most of the ways to get into the antechamber. Could you recap the game secrets you discovered, or do I have to catch up myself on the VODs? I can do my best to. From what I recall. So, like, obviously, we've reached the antechamber. We've gotten to room 46. We kind of know the story. Like, we know, our mother... I'm trying to think of how to describe it, because otherwise I'll get lost in the words. Our mother, I think she led the heist for some reason, and then she escaped to somewhere like the west or something. and left us behind. What other secrets? We read envelopes and letters. We know about those. We got 5 of those. I mean, the problem is with describing secrets is I don't know what secrets I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the thing I was talking about. So we now know where that opens up. This actually comes at the cost of 15 steps, which is actually quite a lot of steps. I'm not actually sure if that was worth it. But now we know. What other secrets? I'm not sure. We know about this puzzle. We've solved that puzzle. With the 2 portraits. I don't know. I guess like as we see them, we show them. We can talk. Mount Holly gift shop, souvenirs for sale. This is a new one, is it? Also, what is this one? Each time you draft a shop room, game 1. Each time you roll. Okay, I see. But yeah, I would say in general though, if you're wanting to give hints and things, please don't give hints until I like explicitly ask. Or if it's a hint which is like super obvious, like oh you missed a gem on the table or something, that I think is fine. But basically, I'm soon sort of like trying to see how much I can do by myself. But I can't remember. I think it's hard for me to say exactly what things I have or haven't known about. But yeah, I don't know. Just sort of come along for a ride. We'll see how it goes. So we've got Mount Holly, like emblem here, 46. We've got postcards, observatory, greetings from Reddington we saw in the bedroom. Merry Christmas, this is in the parlour. I give up, I'm stumped, fancy apple orchard. It's about time you visit Mount Holly. I'm sure there's Easter eggs around here, because I was thinking, like, this is the Red Prince book. Which I think our mother wrote, right? This still looks like a Pokemon gym badge to me. Blue tents, I don't know what it is. I guess that's for tent week camping. Tents fit for a prince, sturdy construction, steel stakes and scouting. Rope included, base size 6x8, 40 inches high. Dew dry finish, water resistant treatment. I'm sort of like scouring everything because I bet there's like hidden secrets in here which I'm not even aware of. Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy, yeah? I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm curious about this game. You know? Just sit back and nod when it happens. I wasn't going to spoil anything. Oh no, I didn't. Sorry, I don't mean to come across like I was going to accuse you. Just to sort of let you know, you know. Align my perspective with your understanding. It'll probably become more apparent, I suppose, what I know as we go. A permanent addition to walk-in closet. Ah, okay, so these are permanent unlocks. Permanent addition to a dining room. When you reach rank 5 with lunchbox, gain half of your dinner steps. Oh, so this is also an item? Oh no, we pick it up in the dining room and then it also becomes a thing. It just looks nice. I don't believe that. I bet it has a secret. Swim trunks. Pair of trunks always handy for swimming. Just to be sure to bring some keys. What? Digiblocks. Coming soon. Swim blur plushie. Unlock dare mode. To master bedroom. Blue tents. Can only be purchased after you've proven your merit as a scout node by attaining 8 trophies in the trophy room. Okay. Well, we've got 2 out of 6. So I guess that's kind of like a sub goal for us to do, is to get more trophies going. I think it's an okay place for utility. Box. Turn that off. Gymnasium off. Darkroom on. Garage on. We still haven't seen cabinet. This one which is scrawled off at the bottom. It might be a bad idea to turn it off if we actually do get a keycard, but I think we find security room or a terminal a lot more often than we actually find the whatchamacallit. Chapel's probably fine here. Yeah, I'll take a chapel. Or we could take pantry. Actually, probably pantry's better here because we already have a one coming off the entrance hall. Okay, we draft that. This can be dead end, it's fine. Locksmith. Or den or storeroom. I'll take storeroom for now. I think this is probably a good time for it. Accrue our resources. Ooh, electro battery. Sorry, battery pack. That's pretty good for quite a few of the items. Not that I remember them all off the top of my head, but that's okay. Okay. So, I don't think there's anything we can purchase in here. We need 1 more coin for the t-shirt. I think also finding out a way to increase our allowance a lot more would be nice. Oh, dark room, hallway, bedroom. Let's just do hallway for now. Actually, maybe dark room's better here. Oh, actually, we have a utility closet. Dark room's a lot better here, right? And we're so close to it. This is like the optimal time to go back. Soon you're going to be popular enough that you'll need mods to keep the spoilers at bay without having to read them yourself. You know, that is fair. It is something I think about. Like, you know, at some point I'll need to like start modding people to do stuff. I'm not too worried at the moment, of course. But you know, it is a fair point. It is something to always keep in mind. Okay, we want to open this. Ooh, yes, our coat check. Absolutely, we'll take that. We will retrieve our pounds. What's it called? Pick sound amplifier, which basically means we can not worry about keys for the rest of this run. Good time to get security? Or Nook? Boiler room is good because we need to put it next to things, but I think we'll save it for later. I think we'll take security for now. And with the fact that we can disable the security doors, essentially just means at this point that we don't need to worry about any sort of door anymore. So we put this to high, and we change offline mode to unlocked. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, some slightly bigger streamers have had puzzles spoiled, but I don't think you're in danger of that. Hopefully not. I'm gonna solve a puzzle before anyone even gets a chance to spoil it for me. That's my goal. And with that sense of bravado, I'll go into... Actually, that's the attitude I'll take, I suppose. Yes, we're going to connect to a laboratory. Let's get an experiment going. Because I also think we upgraded our experiments, right? I can't remember where it said, but sometime during the last run it said experiment upgrade or something. Continue with experiment. You start immediately. Each bedroom you draft after a second. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways. Set your dice to 2. Spread dirt on the driveway. Okay. Set your dice to 2 is good. Each time you eat an apple or for each bedroom you draft after a second. I think we'll do this one. Because we can't really guarantee apples. Unless we find the secret garden. But that's not always a given. So, yeah, okay. We'll just sort of continue spreading out the rooms. That's interesting, furnace. Because we haven't actually seen the furnace yet. And this is an okay place for a dead end. But the armory is also pretty good. What red rooms are we going to get? Kind of made me wish I took a shelter now, to be honest. I wonder what our pick sound amplifier would trade for in the trade post. I think we shouldn't... It is a room we haven't seen, though, is a problem. I think let's do it. Let's look into this room. Let's see what room we haven't seen yet for furnace and see if there's a puzzle in here. Something that we need to be aware of. And oh, it's a powered room. Okay, so we can actually power up the furnace, it looks like. Apart from that, it doesn't look that much of a note. Maybe I should make a note of what rooms can power up from the boiler room. That's probably a decent idea. Oh, I also forgot we have the aquarium. The drained aquarium rooms as well. What rooms are they? There's a laundry room and the patio, wasn't it? Okay, boiler room. Powerable. Or maybe I should put... okay, so security... So, wait, let's see. Something which can... Let's just put security. What's this called? A furnace. Because I think, well, now that we've achieved our main goal, it's probably a good time to actually start drafting these rooms, now that it doesn't matter so much if we reach our goal or not. A new room is always fun. That is true. Unfortunately, this room does look a bit boring. I assume there will probably be some use for this. The fact you can power it up makes me think that we might need to burn something here, but I don't know what we'd possibly need to burn. We're very low on steps as well, so I am conscious of the fact that we do need laundry room chat. Well, laundry room kills our run, so we can't do that. We're probably not going to backtrack much through here, so maybe this is an okay time from gymnasium. Oh, gymnasium. Wait, the lights are off in gymnasium. Okay, no, we'll take chapel instead. Save gymnasium for later. Oh, the piggy bank is always available. So if we ever need a large injection of coins, I don't know how much is in there, we can shatter that. And then we can get stuff. Maybe if we, I don't know, need a one-off purchase. I'd rather just let it accrue. So we have to take mage chambers here. Less likely to find items. That's fine. If we kill this run, that's fine. I mean, I also don't think I've ever taken this room for mage chambers, right? Makes sense that would be less items, because then we wouldn't be able to find things. They're cleaning it up. Mila Sinkako. Ah, this is one of the ones in the chapel, isn't it? So hold on, let's get rid of that. Yeah, actually, I think this is legit the first time we've ever drafted it. Counts as a bedroom as well, which is, I suppose, useful for our sleeping mask, getting our steps back in. A wash basin. Ooh. Staff notice. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who has an interest in attending services may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. In following instructions left by Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All living staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Mrs. Babbage. So this is probably a good way to find out what the date is, if you didn't know the date already. What do you mean laundry room kills your run, like closing off your last branching path? Yes. I will not be able to explore any further if I grab laundry room here, because I would have no way to get further into the house. Oh, this is... You know, this furnace choice has been pretty bad, I would say. So what? We're on 18 stars. What is our buff for today? But that's okay. Like, I don't mind throwing if this run goes poorly. Who cares? The slice and the sail. Okay. What's the slice? 3 steps. Okay, that's both good things. Let's take this buff. The sail might be good as well. Maybe this will be a good time to try and buy stuff from Mount Holly gift shop. So we'll continue onwards. We do have 2 reroll dice, and we do have this what is this? Shop room. We gain 1, so we shouldn't be too scared of using our things. Oh, weight room. It's a bit of a brutal weight room. I think actually we do take weight room here, because I want the opportunities for things to open up. And we have, like, we still haven't drafted kitchen, we still haven't drafted, not commissary. Kitchen and dining room, good way to get steps back. We have a sleeping mask. I think we can replenish our bedrooms. With bedrooms again. So I'm okay with losing weight room stuff. This brick wall we also need to break down, because we need to get a power hammer. I don't know what's going to be behind it, but... Actually, I think we do know what's going to be behind it, right? Part of me, something in the back of my mind just went, I think it's an antechamber lever, isn't it? Because the other stuff we broke down was also an antechamber lever. Because the secret garden was. I wouldn't be surprised if this one is too. That answer gave me more info than you described. Fair enough. I'm sure there are many secrets which I'm unaware about. Garage? No, I think we can dead end the laboratory here. I think that's fine. Get rid of some of these red rooms. Yeah, I'm sure there's many secrets I've yet to discover. So I wouldn't be surprised if I say something and it's closed exhibit. The doors in this room are security locked. Okay. What? This is a new room. What's this? Oh, it's this box. Hmm? But I'm trying to remember. Because we saw a note about this, but I can't remember what note we saw about this box. Whoa. I'm not sure I understand how this red works. Hold on. I'm making a guess here, but this is what we need to do. I'm not really sure I understand how red works. I probably should have played with it more than I did that. But, hey, allowance token. Nice. Always appreciate more money. Okay, so this is basically... It could be a bad red room, but seeing as we have unlocked the security doors, it's actually pretty good for us. Okay. This is an okay place for a dead end. So, I'm guessing these rooms only unlocked... Oh, guest bedroom is perfect here. After we got... Reach room 46, I assume. Because I think it's too much of a coincidence we found 2 rooms straight after we've... 2 new rooms after room 46. And this one... Is this a red princess crown, maybe? It looks like there should be a doorway on the back here, which is interesting. I'm not sure what to make of that. I do want to at least open up this room. I should have done this before I did all that, but whatever. Workshop? Yeah, let's do workshop. Sledgehammer, we love a sledgehammer. Oh, the music stuff, I forgot. Oh yeah, we saw a music room last time, but we didn't actually draft it. So we got to draft that if we can. What was this? Electromagnet. Yeah, that's pretty good. This one we need the... Ooh, maybe I should hold out. I'm not going to make the electromagnet. 1, we don't need the coins and keys, I think. But 2, if we can make a power hammer, we have the weight room here. No, yes, weight room. Which we need to break down to actually get stuff. Presumably, as I say, an antechamber lever, but I can't know for certain. This is how I always felt after one of those boxes. What do you know about the outdoors area? We've lit the blue flames. We found the mining areas. We found a lot of shortcuts which go back and forth. I'm trying to think. This is a very hard game we're playing because you clearly know the secret, but I don't know the secret, so I don't know what to say. And you can't ask questions without giving things away too specifically. We're playing like our own puzzle game here. What else do I know about the outdoor area? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think. Foundation? Let's walk over to Foundation. I think we've actually managed to successfully draft all the red rooms in a way. Not all of them, but most of the red rooms in a way which don't affect us. Archives will still be a bad one, but... Gymnasium? I think that's fine. We can draft some... It's a shame we didn't have every time we bypass a security door experiment, because that would have been a good one. We'll take the closet. It's a good dead end. A lot of dice. We've got a lot of dice. Gymnasium's not even bad, I forgot because we turned off the lights. Billiard room? Yeah, I'll take a billiard room here. There's a chance of secret garden key, which would be good. Plus, always like to do some maths puzzles. What is this? Wait, this is new. Square. Like we square free? Makes sense, okay. Square free again, probably. So this is a tutorial. So what order does it go in? We do 4 divided by 8. Okay, it's not going to be that. It's going to be 4 squared and then divided by 8. Okay, so I guess square takes precedent first because I guess it's near the center. So 16 divided by 8, that's 2. Secret card key? Okay, key card. Not really what we want, to be honest. Seems we've already bypassed the security system, but we'll be fine. Aquarium. Green room. I think we have to draft green room here, just for the possibility. One, we've actually watered the green room, right? So, ooh, we get gems. That's what water means for the green room. Wow, we have so many gems. But also, metal detector. The opportunity for getting antechamber access with a broken lever. I don't know. If we get a broken lever, I think we break down this wall. This is definitely a wall, isn't it? Like, that's a breakable. That's so a breakable wall. Interesting. I wonder what's behind there. Maybe another antechamber access? I also completely forgot about the statue. Like, we saw it on like one of the first days, and then it's probably relevant somehow. Nah, just a design choice. Yeah. You know, you know what? So true. But like, what should we do with this greenhouse wall? You know what? Let's just make it look really weird for some reason. Okay. So if we find a broken lever, which is going to be difficult, I think, we have a good chance of actually making it. We are running low on steps, is what I'm conscious of. And we only have one way out here, but we have 3 dice, so we should be okay. Yeah, let's do bedroom here. Firstly, because we'll backtrack through here a lot, and also sleeping mask I think is great here. Experiment successful. What was that experiment? Set your dice to 2. No, I lost a dice. Okay, perhaps we should be using our dice more. Pick sound amplifier. Aquarium or archives? I don't want to do archives. Let's do aquarium. So, hold on. We got a dice because it was a bedroom. And then we lost it again because of a blessing of a high... No. We got it because it was a shop room, and then we lost it again because of that. Okay, good job, me. Very funny, though. We'll do have a corridor later. Let's do Spider Green Room, I think, here. And then let's open up this one as well while we're at it. Armory? We don't have a lot. Oh, it should be half price though. Maybe it's a good time to actually do the armory stuff. So we can either do a torch. We already have a sledgehammer, so we might as well take the torch, I think. Oh, maybe the shield would have been better, because then we can get the archives, now I think about it. I'm also surprised this is not half price, so... Cloister, den, indoor nursery. I don't think we need the cloister here. So let's just do den. Weapons. There's been a monster following you the whole time. That is pretty spooky. Nice, we're getting some greenery in here. Patio. This is the one we need, isn't it? But East Wing Hall is a better... I think East Wing Hall is better, just so we have some more dead-end rooms. Okay. That's fine. Pick sound amplifier. Patio, boudoir. Okay, now we can do patio. I think that's fine. But yeah, there's like... Wasn't it like here? It told us to dig. It was like X marks a spot. Like, wait, I guess we don't have a shovel. Maybe we can't dig it yet. Be really good to get a shovel. This can be a dead end. It doesn't really matter what this is. Let's reroll for a dead end, probably. Great Hall is probably good, but not here. But we don't have antechamber access otherwise, at the moment. We also don't have a lot of keys. That's interesting. We have so many dice, I think it's okay to choose Great Hall here. I don't think the rooms are going to be an issue. And with a pick sound amplifier, I think this might be a okay time to... Wow. Try and at least get the lever. No, that's the doorway. Okay. Wow, we can't pick any of these. Okay, so we don't know which one is gonna... I mean, we have a 50-50 shot of it being this room, right? So we might as well use the key here, I think. It is. Wonderful. So we guessed correctly. We're gonna make it to the antechamber as long as we have steps. As long as we have steps, we can do it. The game UI colors look a bit weird on the stream, as if some sort of filter is applied. Well, I don't know what that would be, because I have not applied any filter. Weird in what way, I suppose? I don't see a filter. So we can't kill our run here. So we don't want to take any of these two. So let's take a secret passage. We have a lot of gems, so I think it's fine. What hallways do we even have left? Foyer, passageway, East Wing Hall, West Wing Hall. I've already got East Wing Hall. Maybe the green rooms might be good. Courtyard, cloister, veranda would be pretty good. I'm just trying to think of what one will allow us to get out. Shop might be good as well, actually. Kitchen, commissary, showroom. There's too many dead ends in the bedrooms. I think we do... A hallway will probably guarantee us through. But green thumb... We have 2 dice. Let's just do hallway. I think that's a safe play. But normally a bit desaturated look normal to me. I guess it might just be Twitch acting weirdly on my side. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so I was gonna say, because I can't see anything strange on my end, but let's do courtyard. Get a shovel. Nice. See what this room is. Commissary or mail room? Let's do mail room. Order placed. I don't actually know if we needed to walk in, but we need to be very conscious of the steps. Passageway or library. No, let's do passageway. I think we need to make sure we actually make it into the antechamber. So we need something which turns left, like the pool. Which is perfectly fine, in my opinion. It'll give us this basement key. But, because we are very minimalist on keys, I hope it doesn't end our run again. If it does, then so be it. But we need to see what's actually through this room. Interesting. Jones. So this is room 46, Epson, Sinclair, Marigold. 8 realms in 8 months, okay. This looks like there's a lot going on in here. There's a filter on Twitch chat but not the game. Yes, that's true. There's like a sort of pasta. I think I made it like kind of transparent or something. I can't remember what I did. Interesting. So this is at the back of a house. I wonder if we can actually see it if we walk to the outside. I mean, that looks like it's a breakable wall, but maybe I'm looking too much into it. Can we light this fireplace? No. Oh, look. It's the realm symbols. The crown. What's this? The crown of the blueprints. The former ruby crown of Orinder Aries, recently set with fresh cut sapphires. The first time you draw a red rune while drafting, you may remove it from today's draft pool. If you do, gain one thing and redraw floor plans. Oh, cool. So we could remove, I don't know what would be a bad one, like lavatory, I guess, which does nothing. Okay, so let's make a new folder for room 46. So that looks like there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Room 46. This blueprint in the study is found again. Oh, this is actually interactable. Okay, so that's a puzzle which I don't think I know the answer to. So this is a puzzle I probably don't know the answer to. But I think we know which of these realms are. I put a screenshot of what I see in Discord. You know, I'll let the chat troubleshoot what's going on there. Marigold. Missing a thing. What's this? We can't eat that apple? I don't know. I'll print screen this. It seems like it's significant somehow. Okay, what's this? Sanctum key. Okay. For the inner sanctum. We did see a lot of doors there. Right, okay. So we've got a poem here. The first key found here in the furthest rank, right, which is rank 10, room 46. The second loctite in the vault of a bank, right, the bank vault. We have seen the bank vault as a room, but we've never actually drafted it yet. Third is high up among all the clocks. High up among all the clocks. Like a clock above a house, maybe? And the fourth down below beneath all the docks. Well, the only dock we've seen is the dock on the reservoir, so I assume that... Okay, so that makes sense. Draining the reservoir probably gets us a sanctum key. Fifth key is held by a king on his throne. I guess that's... Maybe that's to do with a Red Prince book, because the king sits on a throne at the end. Sixth, in a station left by one of your own. I don't even know what this means. Sixth in a station left by one of your own. Seventh is major if you draft it quite late. Okay. Seventh is major if you draft it quite late. So it sounds like a room we have to draft in a high rank. And Blaski is waiting behind the last door of 8. Now that's an interesting one. Because that sounds like we have to get behind one of the doors to get the 8th key in the first place. Okay. Well, that's interesting. We'll have to make a note of what on earth that might mean. It sounds like there's quite a few rooms also we have yet to draft. Or yet to find out about. I wonder if we should... Let's print screen this as well. I mean, I think it's no coincidence that there's a moon here, and the inner sanctum also has a moon and 8 doors. I guess each door must be a door to a realm or something. Okay. So we have a new goal, is to get these sanctum keys. It does look like, at the very least, this room 46 doesn't look to be like a room we need to get back to very often, unless it's to do this, to put these puzzles in. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna call my shot here. This puzzle we can only solve after we open the 8 sanctum doors, because if the sanctum doors do line up, each door lines up with a door in the sanctum, We know these are each other realms. I think we need to get the classroom probably to figure out which realm is which and put them in, because the classroom had the map, right? Which I hope I took a print screen of. And from there we can, I don't know, enter a code, maybe this falls away or something, I don't know. But that's pretty good. I think there's not much else for us to do on this run, to be honest. And it does, so basically, I think the thing I'm taking most from this is the fact that we don't actually need to get to the antechamber anymore. Unless we need to do this. Because it doesn't look like we get anything from going in here. I am just going to take a print screen, I think, of the bust and the shields, just in case it proves relevant later on. Because it's going to be difficult, I think, to get back here. This clock's actually moving, which I find interesting. The other is not. What's that? No? Did I take a print screen of that one? I don't remember. I did. Okay. So, that's actually good. Because it is quite difficult to get to the antechamber every time. Ooh. The secret room is not as secure as you thought. We have your letters. 8 letters, 8 payments. 100 gold, instructions to follow. Right, we did know there were some people who were blackmailing Herbert. And the 8 letters are the 8 red letters. 8 payments. 100 gold's interesting. I wonder if we can actually pay that ransom. Apart from that, I don't think there's anything else for us to do here. I can't see anything of note. Well, I guess we'll just leave, to be honest. We don't have a lot of steps. So we are hoping for like a dining room or commissary or something in here just to be able to make it back properly. Because let me think. I want to put my pick sound amplifier back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we had to keep on going, otherwise we're going to lose a pick sound amplifier. So actually, I think we should re-roll. Let's try and find dining. Trophy room! It does kill the run, but this is a new room. Also, its general requirement is 5? Oh, we can't even pick it up though. There's no point us choosing pump room. Because the only use we have for it now, I think, is to drain the reservoir, which we can only do if we attach it to something. Planetarium could be good, but I don't think stars are that important anymore. So I'm re-rolling. Okay, we might as well do corridor. Keeps the run alive. And we're looking for dining room or cloister could be. Oh, we can't take cloister. Rumpus room or parlour? We'll take a rumpus room, why not? It's been a while since we've been here. To get a fortune from you. Let me think. Rumpus room. As I've taken notes last time I was here. Chart, cart, graph, graphite. What? Oh, that's probably from the 2 pictures. We can get rid of that now. How's that? Boy in white sand short, black cat, red flag. Wind, no movement. Rogue moon door, no look. Dark cloud of ruin. Broke. What does this say? Broke car and hovel? 8 red envelopes on 8 pedestals from 8 hands, only ever find 7. Letter missing like art on walls. I see. So these are fortunes we had before. Some of these now make sense. Boy and Wansan, sure, I don't know. Black cat and red flag, I'm not sure either. Rogue moon door, no lock, must be the inner sanctum. No, the rogue moon door, no lock, must be the door. Room 46 door. Which already opened. Dark cloud of ruin, I don't know what that means. Broken car and... Oh, hotel, maybe that's what that says? 8 red envelopes on 8 pedestals from 8 hands, only find 7. Those are the 8 red letters. So we can only ever find 7, so there's only 2 more for us to find. I don't know if we know any other safe locations, which is interesting. Letter missing like art on walls. That's a puzzle we've already solved. Which tells us about the 8 red safes and dates or whatever. Yeah, I gotta think actually. What other safes have we not found? Anyway, let's get another fortune from this guy. Whoa, Alzara. Are you an individual trying to click on each individual coin? I thought they all picked up in groups. Oh, honestly, didn't know that.
I am awakened at the sound.
Okay, let's see what fortune he gives for us now.
You find yourself face to face with the great
Alzara. What are you here to tell us?
I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
I do.
Yes. The fog is clearing.
Okay. Mysterious person.
I see a shadow in the
Man
doorway.
in red room. From nursery, it looks like.
Footsteps in the hallways.
Silent
An
foot
unlatched
in
gate you did
hall.
not open.
ways. Oh, yes, we haven't opened that one.
Missing item you did not take.
What? Missing item?
I see a young boy.
Didn't
watched.
take. We do know they're monitoring us, so. Boy.
A young boy who once was
Watched.
brave,
Is this us right now? From
but
afar?
now afraid.
Once brave? Was it? That's the tomb, isn't it? Tomb.
What you have heard
Reaper
here has
statue.
been foreseen
Okay.
by
So I don't know what that
great
means.
Alzara.
Unlatched gate. That is the gate in the driveway which we've not
The
opened
following
yet.
day,
And I don't know how to open.
I will have nothing
Missing item I didn't take. So it showed the entrance room. That seems to me, suggests to me, there's something in the entrance room. There's another secret in the entrance room which I've not figured out. There's an item in there which I need to find or something. Boy watched from afar, once brave. Now afraid. That's what he said. I think that's just more lore because I know that I know that people from Mount Holly are watching us, like with staff and cheering us on, but also it could be that maybe it's the people doing a ransom. Not sure. And then we saw a picture of a tomb and a Reaper statue. The shadowy guy looked like he was in a red room. I saw pictures hung up online. Yeah, I think he was actually in the dark room, like this one specifically. It looked like he came in from a nursery. So maybe there's something in the dark room and nursery if we draft them next to each other. Might make a lot of sense. I don't know. The thing with Alazar's predictions is that his predictions is that they only really make sense after we know what they're about. Okay, we need. Can you use a basement key here? What? Okay. Oh, I see. The lock pick didn't work on it. Okay, I think this run is dead. I don't think there's any way we can make it back. So we can't save any of these items. Ah, that means probably the sanctum key doesn't get saved, right? That's a real shame. We have so many good items here. So at some point we do have to make it to the antechamber again to open up probably the sanctum door. But we don't have to do it every time. So I think we only need to do it in a run where it makes sense to do it. But apart from that, I think we're dead. Unless anyone can think of a way which we can do something. I don't think so. I mean, I'll run backwards to try and see how far I can make it, but that's okay. Losing a pick sound amplifier is sad, but I don't think. I mean, to be fair, this run was actually quite key deficient. I think picking the furnace at very early on was not great, and we actually didn't get any. Oh, we can at least do this, right? Because we know there's a treasure here. Is it not here? I swear it was in the patio. Oh, actually, we could dig up spots. We might be able to get a turnip. Oh, the courtyard. I walked past it. I didn't dig up the spots. I thought there was something here from the aquarium. Am I losing my mind? Let me see my screenshots I got for the aquarium. So not the archives, not the bedroom. Not, that's laundry, not the laundry room. This one I think is a den, but there is nothing there. Patio. Yeah, it's in front of a grill. Oh, there we go. A file cabinet key. Likely opens up a drawer somewhere in the estate. Ah, okay. So this we probably need... That makes sense, because then the archive room pointed to a file cabinet and we couldn't open it. That's probably what it's used for. We don't have an archive on this run, nor do we have the steps to get there, so... I think we just have to call it a day. That's okay. We lost a lot of items, which is a bit of a shame. We couldn't make it back to the code check, but we answered a lot of questions, I think. So I'm not really I guess our ultimate goal now is to try and do this Inner Sanctum thing. I think taking as many steps as I did at the beginning just to open the Sanctum door was a bit pointless. I think we should be looking for a run where we can make it into the antechamber and also have the steps to make it work, so I don't think we should bank on that at the beginning. Oh, I completely forgot. We should have definitely drafted the boiler room to do that red box thing. Maybe that would have been a good thing, but okay. I think that Inner Sanctum... No, the room 46 thing is probably the most important one at the moment. So I'm actually going to make a copy of this image. And do Sanctum keys. And then we can make a note on top of this of where we're finding them. So I'm going to make a note of where I think they are, based off the clues. So this one I think is in room 46, number 1. This one I think is in the vault. Maybe I'll put a question mark next to them if I'm not certain. The third one I don't know, but I think it must be in the clock at the front of the estate or something. You see this one up here. It's like in a clock tower or something. From top of estate. They're quite literal clues, I will say. Fourth down below, I think this is the bottom of a reservoir. So I think drain reservoir. Fifth, key held by king on his throne, I think must be the nursery book. Or I'll put in brackets red prince. Sixth, I don't know what the station is. Seventh is major if you draft it quite late. I wonder if that's a music room, because the music room described like you open it and you get a major key and a minor key. So maybe it's saying that it could be the major key if you draft it like in the last rank or something. I think that's a pretty good guess. And I don't know what that last key is. So we have some pretty good like guesses, I think. Like I'm looking at these, I'm like, these all seem very reasonable assumptions. So I think if we can find a vault, we should definitely draft that, because I don't actually know what the vault looks like. I don't know, we have a lot of things on the run at the moment, so the secret digging spots may not have a lot of leeway. That's fair. I want to see how many of these items we actually keep, though. Probably none of them, if I'm to be believed, but which is a shame, but we know where all of them are. It's just getting them all together, I think, in one run is going to be... Well, we don't need to do it in one run, we can do them separately. But yeah, I think our early gymnasium thing killed me. But anyway, hold on. Alazar displayed this as like a... Yeah, we got nothing. Something we missed. Maybe this candle? Maybe we can light this candle? Maybe we can break that? Open it up. Wait. Oh. I didn't realise they replaced a tutorial with this. Take a print screen of that. I have also just realised, I think we probably have an entrance hall folder now I think about it. I probably put it in E, right? Yeah, I do. Okay. Let's combine all of those notes together. and get rid of that. So complete the Mount Holly directory, 86 out of 110. That must be find every room. Bullseye trophy, solve 40 dartboard puzzles. We can do that. 40 parlor games, we can do that. Create all 8 workshop contraptions. We've made 5. Win the drafting strategy sweepstakes. I don't know what that means. Wait, that's a book, isn't it? Drafting strategy. Is that one of the books we've gotten? I do have drafting strategy. Okay, hold on. Let me look at my notes. What is the sweepstakes? I wonder if it's got anything useful in here as well. Draft rooms you've never seen before. I only took 2 screenshots of this book. Oh no, I didn't. Other examples of connectivity. Of a floor plan. Planning your house. Gems. I'm losing my mind. Why are there sweepstakes in this? I hope I don't need to get this book again, because I can't see anything about here. About a sweepstakes. Maybe I didn't take a screenshot of it or something? Because I didn't take a picture of the first page, it looks like on the last page. I think this was one of the first books we got, so... Do you know of any drafting item spawning rules the game follows? I knew about the rarity system, I assume. I mean, I have noticed that some items appear in certain places more frequently. I wouldn't say I know all the rules behind the scenes. I know that we can tweak item room rarity using the... I can't remember, workshops span... No. It's some spanner, which we got once, and I used it on the workshop to make it incredibly common. Some of the item ones I know, like I know the billiards room always gives us a key. Parlor always gives us gems. I'm trying to think of other ones I know. Apart from that, like I think it's just like a lot of them are quite thematic, aren't they? I don't know if there's like some underlying rule that I should know about, but that's probably as far as I know. Unlock all 8 realm sigils is interesting. I don't know what that means. Well, I know what a realm sigil is. We saw that in the book in the mining area. Solve the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. Okay. I don't even know what room 8 is, but that must be a new room. Dare mode we saw that we need the shop for. Curse mode is interesting. 46 in 1 day and 1 hour. My friend told me about this one, actually. Buy out the entire showroom. Ace a classroom final exam. Okay, so that must be the last classroom then. Complete the trophy case. So that sound possibly doable. I'm not sure, to be honest, but... Let's start with getting a thing. Oh, yeah, what's this? Brass compass, gems, key. Okay, that's a pretty good start to things. Pick up all of that. Let's see what outside room is. We're not going to run to the sanctum this time to open the lever. I don't think it's worth it. Okay, we have a lot of sort of threads to pull. I'm not sure what thread would be good to pull on first, because there's so much going on. The tomb. Wait, hold on. We wanted the tomb. I don't remember why we wanted the tomb, but oh, the statues. That's right. Because now we've gone back to. We can definitely light those candles, I'm sure. We've gone back to the chapel, and I've now actually made a note of an order of these statues. Or I've taken a picture. of what they look like. Because the first time I came here, I was like, what do I need to do? I need to input a code on my numbers. But then I thought about it later between episodes. And I was like, oh, we probably just need to do it for numbers 1 to 7. So the first one is the farmer, it looks like. Not this farmer. Sorry, first one looks like the gardener. It looks like they're holding a hoe. So I think that's you. That is you. But we know the tomb leads to the other side of the place where the drained fountain connects to. So I'm not sure how useful this will be, but... Okay, so the next one is the chef. That's a person on my lunchbox, I just realised, but she's holding the pizza slate thing. And then the one after that is the farmer. Okay. I lose my mind. Where's oh, there she is. I should be looking at these statues closer in case there's something. I will say, this game loves the number 8, by the way. Which is interesting, the fact there's only 7 statues here. So I guess it doesn't love it too much, but almost everything has been like, it's number 8. 8 things, 8 things, 8 things, 8 things. Number 5 is what? Number 5 is the maid. Number 6 is the jockey. And then number 7 is the queen. Here we go. Secret passage. Unsurprising. And we are pretty sure this leads to the underground in some capacity. Catacombs. Okay. Big arrow. Ooh, hello. This is the Reaper statue we saw from Alizar. There's another part of the underground map, which, well, we don't need because we already know about it. I'll take a print screen of this anyway. So this is the catacombs, I guess. So I'm trying to figure out how I've organised my things. I guess it's kind of part of a basement. Maybe I should call this underground instead of basement. Oh, basement / underground. But we know this basically gets us to... I thought you were holding a gun for a second. No, it's a scythe, that makes sense. I bet you are then the 8th window of Oh, that's an antechamber door. That's interesting. Well, it looked like an antechamber door. I can't imagine that's the antechamber. That doesn't make sense. So you must be number 8. I was gonna say, like, I can't believe there's 7 when everything else says 8. They love the number 8 in this game. So let's see if we are correct where it leads. It does lead to the other side of a minecart. Well, while we're here, I guess we can just open up the thing. Let me think. How many steps is this going to cost us? 3? Is that worth it? I think it is worth it if we actually do make it to room 46. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, and I literally just did it in my next run. But still. So these 8, like, goddesses, I guess. I wonder if each one of them represents a kingdom as well. Or realm, sorry, they're not called kingdoms. I'm not really sure what I do with that information, but... So yeah, we're doing exactly the same mistake as last time. Of using all our steps to open up the antechamber. To be fair, I think it was more of a gymnasium which cost a rand rather than the fact that we did this. It does feel a bit of a time waste to do this if we don't know we can actually get anything from it, but seeing as the tombs already led us here, I don't see why not. That's not the right way. We'll start down a few steps, but then We won't have a sleeping mask, to be fair, like last time. I just banked on drafting the weights room and then also finding ways to restore other things, but we didn't, so... So we grab and pull this backwards, because if we want to go via the foundry way, we'd rather have this at the back. So yes, that's away from the fountain, which we'll not be able to exit at the moment, probably. I guess we could look. I wonder what it would look like. A fountain exit. No, that's not fountain. Wait, but no, that leads in the mineshaft area. Never mind. The fountain exit is like somewhere else. I'm getting confused. Anyway, so we're just burning steps now for no reason. Let's make it back to the house. Let's actually play the game. So, it does seem like there's something else we can do with the tomb here. It does look like we can light up the candles. I don't remember where the candles were. These ones. I don't know where that would lead to. I don't know where we expect it to lead to either. That's okay. What does a tomb even do again? Spread 5 coins. Okay. So yeah, even going with Tomb Way, we would start the same number of steps. Because I think it was like 56 that we started with last time. So, that's fine. We've got a compass, which is not that useful yet. Den? I think it's a good place for a den. I think I'll take the storeroom here. Just get our stuff going. Get our resources of climbing. Workshop? It's an early workshop, but I'll take it because we might get a sledgehammer or something useful. Broken leather, in this case. A bit less useful, but that's fine. Can't combine these. Okay. Parlour. With a lot of gems. Whoa, hold on. There's 2 sentences. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. Okay. The gems are on the table behind you. Which is definitively false, but just in case. So this is false. The gems are in this box. So one of these 2 is true. So if this is true, then every statement... I guess the entire thing needs to be true, right? Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. And the gems are in the blue box. Means the gems are not in the blue box. So it'd either be in black and white if this is true. And this can be true or false. Wait, what? Well, that doesn't give a certain answer, so this must be false. Which means every statement claiming where the gems are is true, which is definitively wrong. What? Hold on. This box can neither be true nor false. Can it? Let me think. If this is true, then the gems... If this entire thing is true, the gems are not in the blue box. Which means they must be in the black or white, but that means that this box can be either true or false. Which it gives a 50-50 of it in the black or white. Wait, this doesn't make sense, hold on. This statement can't be false either, because otherwise it would make that one true. We know that's definitely false. We know one of these 2 boxes must be true. And the other one is either true or false. Well, actually, is that true? Now I think about it. Hold on. Did this describe it? There will always be at least one box which displays only true, only false. I think this is very clever wording then, because this is the first time we've seen 2 statements in a box. So is it possible that the box contains both true and false statements? The other 2 are always empty. I'm working under the assumption that every logic puzzle must be determinative, like there must be no guessing to chance. So I think this box must be saying a true statement and a false statement, So every statement claiming where the gems are is false. Must be true. Wait, hold on. Now I'm getting confused. Nothing claims the black box contains it, so it must be the black box. We know this is false, so this must be the true statement, surely. Because this only contains false. This only contains false, yes. One of these must only contain true. It cannot be this one, because that creates a paradox. Or that creates a non-determinative situation. So the gems must be in this box. So one of these must be true and false. The gems are in the blue box must be false. Every statement containing where the gems are is false. Must be true. So they're not in the blue box, but it also means that they're not in this box. Wait. I may clear you up for fundamental part of rules if you want to. I won't help you with the puzzle itself. I think the only question is it correct to assume that a statement with a box of multiple statements can contain one true, one false statement? They don't have to all be the same trueness, like veracity, right? That's the only question I want to ask. Because that's how I'm reading the rules. Is that black box could be either all true, one false, or all false. And then one of the boxes must only have true statements. One of the boxes must only have false statements. So you must be the false statement box, or one of the false statement box. One of you two must be the true statement box. And it can't be you, because these both can't be true at the same time. Well, no, they both could be true. They could say the statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. No, that can't be true and false. So it must be false. So they're not in the blue box. But this makes this one true. But this is a statement claiming where the gems are. So that must be false. So it's not every statement, it's just some of the statements, if that's false. So this must be true, the gems are in the blue box. Wait, what? A box can contain mixed statements. It's not the only true or only false ones. So really the way to think about it is we have 4 boxes now, essentially. Just one of the boxes, 2 of the boxes share the same thing. Actually no, that's probably a more confusing way to think about it. I keep running into a paradox. I must be resolving this wrong in my head. The gems are on the table behind you is definitively false. The gems are not on the table behind us. So this must be, but this satisfies the box which only contains false statements. Which means one of these 2 boxes must only contain true statements. They could also additionally all be true, now I think about it. So if we assume this one is a box which only contains true statements, this one can be either all true or could be all false or true and false. Which means the gems are in this box. It means every statement containing where the gems are is false is a false statement because that one is true. It's a false statement because that one's true. It doesn't matter what this one is. The gems are in the blue box. Could be false. So they must be in this box, I think. I spent enough time on this room. Let's just get it over with, even if it's wrong. Okay, there we go. That took some time to resolve, but we got there. Okay, interesting. I did know that the parlour and the billiards room was going to get harder. That's quite a confusing way to get harder, to introduce multiple statements. Westwing Hall? Yeah, let's do that. We still have a non-dead end through the den, so I'm not too worried. No point getting this now, I think, so let's do bedroom. See if there's anything in here. Nope, does not look like it. Hallway? Hallway's pretty good here. Commissary, guest bedroom. Ooh, closet. We've actually put it on the end of a hallway. So we got an extra item. Ooh, sleeping mask. That's good. With a lot of gems. With a broken lever. Might as well draft this. You kept getting tripped up thinking that if a first black statement is false, then the second has to be true, which doesn't follow. Oh, okay. That makes sense. We'll do pantry for now. Seeing as we have a bedroom here, we're going to backtrack through it anyway. I think we might as well take the time to do this now without a cost to our steps. It's a bad place for a library, unfortunately. Let's see what the observatory buff is. Yeah, I kept thinking it meant it had to be true and false. It had to be neither true nor false, but that's not true. It could still either be all true or all false. The library could be good, but I don't want to put it here. Okay, observatory. No, sorry, planetarium. We would be on what, 19 stars? Clavis, a keen, Diamandus Major. That is really good. Let's take that. So if we see the trophy room, we can actually draft a trophy room now. We have so many gems. Okay. Should we go back and explore the den area before we go too far up here? I think we will, actually, because we're not too far away at the moment. I want to at least fill out that bottom right corner, because now that we have a pretty decent lead over here, I think we can make it a dead end and it's fine. Essentially. Yeah, like we can get rid of a lavatory here, so we just don't get it later. And this... We could do guest bedroom. I think it's probably better to do spare room here, actually. Because at least we still have some untapped potential on the right here. These all... I guess we'll do corridor. It being unlocked is not that big a deal, but... Now we can go left or right. I don't remember if we actually got our stuff from the pantry or not. Okay, you had to use a key there. Not going to use it immediately. Let's see what this way is. Guest bedroom, nook. Laboratory. We have a lot of gems. Maybe it's time for a laboratory, to be honest. So we can get an experiment going. We can also connect to a security terminal, I suppose. Immediately draft a hallway from another. Draft a drawing room floor plan, green 1 star. Add small chest to the entrance hall. Lose 10 steps, green 20 gold. That sounds terrible. We're not going to do that. I think we do this one and gain a star. That sounds okay. Okay, let's log into the network. It's a bit bizarre for me to see the foundation at a different spot because it's a different playthrough. Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was Nunword who said that there. They commented on it as well. They were like, it's... Because they said their foundation was like in a completely different spot. I don't know if my place is even a good place for foundation. I guess it's kind of not. Because I assume you'd probably want the foundation to be close to the antechamber, so then you can get in, do the basement key, then immediately go there, but... It's not like you need to go to the foundation too often, probably. Actually, later on... No, actually no, because it's not guaranteed it's unlocked, those doors, right? Yeah, I don't know. We don't know what security level we want necessarily, but we do at least want to change it offline mode. Because we don't know if we're going to get a key card, or if we're going to want it to be like less frequent. Code check is interesting. I think chapel is probably right idea here. Wait, that way's locked, isn't it? Let's have a look. I think that's fine. I think we can use the key here. I don't remember if I went into the pantry or not, but... I think dark room is fine here. There's only one possible dead end. Seeing if there's any items, it doesn't look like it. But did we actually, we didn't actually walk in here, so. We can just draft this and see what it is. Ah, Nook. It's a pretty decent one. Okay. Okay. Conference room? That's pretty good. Nothing to spread at the moment. The chapel is fine. We'll use a key here, why not? So my previous assumption about your knowledge is not entirely accurate, and you may know more about the Foundation than I initially thought. I can neither confirm nor deny, I suppose. Probably courtyard is good here. We want to go back to the left. We have gone down the Foundation. We have unlocked the basement. There. We've gone round the back. We've got the elevator. I know you can call the elevator. I assume that's if you go down through the basement through a different way. Oh wow, I was so lucky. 2 keys. Okay, let's open up this one. Utility closet or boudoir? Probably utility closet, right? Yeah, because we're starting to get to ranks where we might see the security guards. Okay. Vault! Yes, we have to draft this because I haven't seen it before. And we need to know what we need to do to get the Sanctum key. Key card, okay, well, fine. Monday, November 30th. So this is a lot of money. If we can get the that fancy shop, whatever it's called, that'd be pretty good. Or the freezer actually might be pretty good. But we know the vault. It's probably these locked boxes, right? Because we got a vault key before, but we've never actually drafted the vault in the same run. So we are resource rich right now. The problem is I have just left myself with just a corridor here. I didn't realize that. That's not good. But it's okay. Might be okay. We'll see. Well, that has killed our run. There's nothing we can do, right? Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do. Darn. I probably should have drafted this way first after, because it would have been more restrictive. Okay. Well, we can go to the commissary. Maybe we can buy some items and figure out more workshop stuff. We got reroll dice for doing that, which is unfortunate. Sledgehammer. Set of gems. Running shoes. Why not? Maybe there's stuff we can do outside. We might as well buy you out. Actually, there's no point buying gems now I think about it, but... I guess we could donate money to the piggy bank. Okay, what can we possibly do? I can't tell if you tried to pick up the coins in groups because you kind of started spamming at the end, but you started picking up in groups, so now I'm confused. I would say... I don't know. Probably it doesn't really matter too much, does it? Don't sweat it, you know. As long as I pick up the coins at the end of the day, that's the important part. Guess we can go outside. I wonder if we can, like, take these, because we do know that room 46 is missing. thing. I'm basically, I'm just like looking now for the entrance hall if we've missed an item somewhere. What did that do? I just broke the vase for no reason. Oh, there's an item. What's this? A small data microchip. Oh, is this for... This is the grotto chip, isn't it? Interesting. So that's... Wait, can we break this one too? I just moused over it and I saw the sledgehammer and I was like, what? I wonder if there's more things we can break then with the sledgehammer. Can we break this? I assume this is the item that Alizar said is an item we haven't taken from the entrance room. Unless there's a different one. In which case, who knows? Is there anything that we can do at workshop? Maybe we have a new combination of items? This one we know we need the battery for. I don't think there's anything else which we... This one we also know we need the battery for. Shovel and compass. Dowsing rod. That might be a new one. Okay, let's make a dowsing rod. Why not? Shovel and compass. Have I made it before? I've not made it before, so that is a new one. Oh. Shovel. Add compass. Equals dowsing rod. Okay, power hammer was what? Like break walls. Dowsing rod. What does this do? Can it still be used as a shovel? Is my question. While drafting, dowsing rod points towards rooms that may contain more items in today than usual. Okay, so rooms, more items. Drafting. Okay, that's interesting. Not useful right now because we can't draft anything, but that's okay. It's kind of a short run. I guess we'll run this to the microchip to the grotto, right? I wonder if we put all these microchips in the grotto, then it opens up the gate. I was going to say that, but now I think about it, I'm pretty sure the grotto has its own door. But this is the gate Alizar was talking about. I don't know how we open it though. See, it looks to me, geographically, it would go to the back of a house. So I wonder if there's like another garage-like thing we can do on the east side of a house. Oh, our tent is not even blue. Never mind. But if there's something on the east side of a house, just like on the west... Wait, this is not the grotto. Where's the grotto? If there's something we can do on the east side of a house, like we did on the west side of a house with a garage, to open up that gate. I thought we took a tent from the souvenir shop, but we don't even have a blue tent. Does that remind me where the grotto is? Is it with the blue flames area, maybe? Maybe it's on the east side? I still want to know what these bird baths are about as well. They feel significant. Oh no, this is the tunnel. Which, now I think about it, we haven't checked this out for ages. Maybe we can break stuff in here. Because the interesting thing is, we never take stuff like the sledgehammer out, down here. No, it's still the same. I bet there's something on the other side of this tunnel. I don't know how we get rid of this stuff. Oh, maybe that's what the jackhammer does. Maybe the jackhammer breaks down boxes or something? Or maybe the power hammer can? I'm not sure. Oh no, where's this grotto? I can't remember where it is. I thought it was in the east side. No, that's in my car. I'm trying to think. It was somewhat unassuming, because I'm pretty sure when I looked for it first time, I passed by it like 4 times. Is it over here? No, this is proper garage, right? It doesn't look like it's over here. No, it must have been on the east side. I must have just walked by it. Oh yeah, here it is. Haven't been here in ages, to be honest. Mainly because we've had no reason to. But I found a microchip, kind of by accident. I hope that stays. Maybe if it doesn't, maybe we had to get both in one run. This is a different terminal, isn't it? Or yeah, admin key. Don't know what the admin key is. I can't believe you forgot about that. But okay. Well. That seems significant. I don't know if I saw that first time. Time to start thinking about it, though. What's this place? Blackbridge Grotto. What's Blackbridge? A location? 100. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more sticky notes of that, maybe with different binary combinations in there. Maybe that's a code for something. Okay. I don't think there's anything else that we can do on this run. I don't think there's anything in the outside we want to explore. But that's okay. It was a pretty good run. Because we ran out of steps so early, it allowed us to go backwards and actually take a look at that entrance hall like Adazar told us to do. What can we do now, though? I think that's it. I think we had to call it a day. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Can anyone think of anything else that I might want to do? I don't think there's anything I wanted. We now see a vault. The vault is very straightforward, so we don't need anything. As long as we have a vault key, we just grab the vault. I should have checked the conference room. We probably had a lot of coins in. Not that we need them. For a coin in the well? With a fountain? Can you even do that? Oh, make a wish. Well, that's fun. I didn't know you could do that. It also raises some questions because we know this leads down to a staircase. And it's not like just a regular fountain. Sorry, I assumed you knew. Nah, no worries, no worries. Well, I don't know what that does. So, didn't mean to spoil. That's okay. As far as I'm concerned, that seems like quite an inconsequential thing. That seems like an exploration thing, which I'll never discover on my own. So don't sweat it, don't sweat it. I wonder if that's meant to be like a hint that this fountain, it kept going because you didn't hear it hit the bottom. I don't know if you read my joke. I don't think they're that useful if you pick them up at the end of the day, but I get what you're saying. Oh, is that in reference to the coins? Sorry, I must have missed it. Okay, let's call it a day then. I think that's all we can do in this run. As far as I know, it does nothing except you can pick them up when it's drained. Oh, okay, fair enough. So it's like I can store it for a future run or something. If I have a spare coin and I find myself right at the entrance. I guess what I could have done is I could have walked to the chapel and basically paid the piggy bank to store some coins, but that seems pointless. That seems like a level of min-maxing, which I think is redundant. Alright. Good stuff, everyone. I think we'll save and quit there. But we'll be playing some more blueprints tomorrow. If you want to see what further progress I make. But for now, in the last sort of hour and a bit, might not even take that long, we are going to finish off a drawing that we've done from last time. I know it's not July anymore, but we need to finish off a July thumbnail art, essentially. So, take a small break. Everyone, stretch your legs, drink some water. And we'll be back in just a mo. I'll run some adverts as well, because I can as a ha 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 Twitch affiliate. Oh, I also change the category before I forget. We made some good progress, I think. We're starting to explore what post Room 46 looks like. So, see you all in a bit. Hello again, everyone. How are we doing? Sorry, just looking at my phone, putting it away. Yes. Let's get the drawing gloves on. And by drawing gloves, I mean drawing glove. So we move everything around to accommodate my drawing tablet. Which I actually finished off a lot more of it than I remembered from last time. I thought I didn't actually finish shading D, but she looks like she's finished being shaded. So I think we're basically just rendering the background, if anything. So let me see. I almost clicked stop streaming there. That would have been bad. Let me see. Title screen off. Transition. There we go. You seem to be pretty busy lately. I have been. It's been a busy first half of the year for me. July, to be fair, is always quite busy because normally there's an art fight thing going on, but even then I didn't even participate in it all that much. But you know, that's how life is. Sometimes life is busy, sometimes it's not. Sort of ups and downs, shall we say. And you know, sometimes being a bit busy, it's a good thing. I like to keep myself busy if I can, so don't have any qualms against it. But this one was more so that the thumbnail art was perhaps a bit too ambitious for a stream thumbnail art. of how much is going on. So now is a time where we're actually probably going to finish it off. So let's get to it. Wow, there are a lot of layers, but we are working on the background mainly. Just say that this is D. And then, why is this in black and white? I don't know. Get rid of that. Put everything in a big old art folder. Okay, here we go. What's this? That's text. Okay, what's this? Okay, that's the main stage. That's the one we'll be working on. These crystalline shapes. Which will be very geometric with, I think. Probably. I should just get rid of D for a moment just so we can see what's going on. But yeah, we're going to be quite geometric with this. More than anything. More than anything. Oops. As we're sort of chilling, relaxing, casual conversation. Anyone got any conversations they want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? I don't know. I haven't even recorded Animal Crossing today yet, so I'm going to think about what that conversation will be. If any of you are following on from Animal Crossing, my saga of... not saga, I suppose, but the fact that we've delivered a wrong phone after I've ordered it. I've been in contact with support. They got back to me at midnight last night. Which I was more like, I don't know why that guy's still working at midnight on a Friday, but I respect your customer service level. And they were like, we can give you a refund. Please provide these details. And I was like, cool. I mean, I don't mind providing the details and returning the item, but I kind of want the phone. I don't want a refund. Like, especially because I used my, like, these one-time vouchers for it, and the sale is ending on like Monday or something. I'm like, I only bought it because it was on sale. I'm not going to buy it again if it's not on sale. But of course, I don't expect the support person, to reply, seeing as it is the weekend. I want to make sure people have a healthy work-life balance. Whoa, that's not right. So he's free to take his time. Okay, got some good colours in here. First layer of colours done. Almost. What else to talk about? Anything else crazy happen? Maybe we do purple. No, let's go to his blue. Can't think of anything particularly crazy at the moment. I like how you can predict some non-obvious lore or game mechanics, not any game in particular, before they're actually introduced. Thank you. I do like thinking about those sort of things, which I think helps. You know, I'm very much a type of person to try and... especially if I know a game is a sort of game to be like, oh, every little detail matters. I'm very much the type of person to sort of look at it and be like, okay, now let's overthink and overanalyze everything. I would say part of it probably is like shooting fish in a barrel, as they sort of say. I sort of just like shotgun blast theories, because probably a decent amount of them actually do end up being wrong, but people don't remember ones I predict wrong. People will remember ones I predict right, as they should. No, I'm joking, but I think it's also because I like to think about, from a game design perspective, what would make sense, like in XYZ location. Because I think creating puzzles is quite fun. And I think that's a helpful mindset in the scope of like actually solving things. to look at something and be like, if I was the developer of a game, what would I do here? To try and hint towards this. And it works out very well for puzzle games, because a lot of time the puzzle games are very, very deliberate in their choosing of wording, designing, layout, things like that. Which maybe, if anything, should be a motivation for me to actually make a game or something at some point. Make it a puzzle game. Make my own blueprints. Sort of thing. I think that'll be fun. I think it'll be a lot of work though. Trying to design a game with many different layers of puzzle extrapolation, right? I mean, never say never, but still. Also a good way to predict movie plots if you think about why a writer added a certain element early on. Very true, you know. Taking things from the creator's perspective is always a very good way to... Well, I find it a very fun way to analyse things as well. To be able to take that sort of step and be like, why is it done this way? Well, it's not as easy to predict right as opposed to predicting wrong, which makes it more impressive. Thank you. Certainly I feel like a lot of people do enjoy watching the puzzle series. I do. I like to remain humble in the sense that I'm not going to be like, I'm the best puzzle game person in the world, but I'm well aware I both enjoy puzzle games and I'm pretty decent at them. The most common thing I think people say is like they tend to like watching me do puzzle games because I say every single thing I'm thinking out loud of like why I'm solving it this way, why do I think this is the case, etc, etc. Which is a fun way apparently to listen along to. To me, I don't know, I guess it just kind of feels natural that way. But I'm glad people enjoy it in every and each capacity. I like to try not to predict to stay immersed, but sometimes it can be fun. I think that's fair. I mean, I think it depends on like what you're engaging with it for, I suppose. Sometimes it can be fun to just be lost in the story and let it take you where it wants to go. Sometimes it can be fun to think about it. Sometimes it can be fun to do a mixture of both. Long-term mysteries. That's fair. I think these are all very valid things to do. Valid approaches. I feel like I'm very much a person though where... I don't know, I was actually going to say like... I think I like to do it because I think it's kind of like similar to my degree of how much I care for spoilers, which is not normally all that much, to be honest. Plot spoilers don't really bother me. In the same way that it might for some other people, which I think is totally valid as well. It's nice to be able to have a more organic reaction to the way things unfold. But despite how destination focused I am, it's interesting that that doesn't bother me as much. Good puzzle game... Oh, sorry, I read it wrong. Good puzzle game Let's Players are rare. A lot of people just start looking things up way too quickly or don't articulate their thought process properly. I wish I was a person who stayed immersed more, but I've always struggled with it. Yeah, I can't actually think of any Let's Players who are like known for their puzzle games. I know there is one that I'm thinking of, but I've never watched him. I just heard his name somewhere. I guess it's a difficult balance probably to get. And I'm not going to say that I don't fall into the trap of also looking things up as well, but I guess I tend to be very transparent. I like to think about what I look up. The things I look up are always exploration based. Of being like, I can't be bothered to try and find where this thing is. Which may be one of my own vices, I think, when playing games, but I just, you know, turning over every nook and cranny in a game just to find something. is something I'm not at all interested in. But if you are, more power to you. With our efforts combined, we can solve games. But which other person stayed immersed more? I always struggled a bit. That's an interesting point as well. Staying immersed with, I assume you mean like media and certain media in general. I'm not sure if I have any advice necessarily, because I think there's nothing wrong necessarily with not being immersed in the same way. When maybe the average person might be immersed in something. Because I think there's always like different ways of interfacing with things, different things that you are looking for in something. Like, I think the perspective I sometimes have, is this the same green I used? This doesn't look right. No, I used a darker green, okay. I was like, this looks very bright. I think I tend to think about is emotional, like, attachment to, like, media properties. Things like people getting really invested in characters, you know, like crying up storylines and that sort of thing. I almost like look on with like a sort of sense of envy for people who can get invested enough to have the emotional outburst at media property. Because to me that seems like one of the more rawest forms of like being like, yes, this is something I enjoy, to the extent that it moved my emotions. But I'm not really someone who is like that, unfortunately. Doesn't mean I of course don't appreciate the media properties or anything like that, but I do always sort of approach it with, I think envy is not the right word, because it's not like it's a longing, yearning, pining sort of thing, but part of me is just kind of like, I wonder, you know, would I appreciate things more because of the emotional, if I had more of an emotional reaction to things, media properties that is. When I was watching your first playlist, I was confused about why you did suddenly start understanding writing a numeric system, as if you did some external research. And like 1.5 episodes later, you mentioned a bonus episode, which turns out is not chronologically placed in the playlist. I think that's probably because I'm trying to think. Actually, that's interesting, because I would have thought I would have uploaded... No, maybe I uploaded the Deciphering the Language thing. Deciphering the Language video after I completed the series. Or did I do it at the same night? I honestly can't remember. It's been like years since I did the Fez playthrough. I apologise if that was confusing. I mean, I'll take a look to see if it's something which is fixable. But I think like the only ways I can order things are by like when I uploaded them. I can't, I suppose, retroactively go back and change when I did. When I'm moved by media, it's usually because a message is resonating with me, more than because I empathise over characters or anything like that. I think that's fair as well. Like, I definitely understand that. I feel like, because there's probably definitely been times where a media has resonated with, like, my personal beliefs in a way, or something which is, like, hits, I don't say too close to home, because I think that's kind of a point of a lot of the media, to sort of make you think about that sort of things, but hits very close to home, or something I've experienced. But at the same time, I'm also, like... I wonder, because I can't think of a time where it's like... I think probably it's more that I get moved in a way which is not... Like, I don't have a visual... reaction to it. Like, a lot of people might, like, cry at something, but despite the fact that something made me sad, maybe I won't be moved to tears or anything. For your information, YouTube allows manual ordering of videos in playlist. Oh, okay, never mind. Ooh, this design is so cool. Thank you. You're not... I'll do it now. I'll take a look at the playlist, see how it's ordered. Do you know off the top of your head which episodes it should be between? find it. Oh, should it be between episode 14 and 15? It looks like I manually put it at the bottom. I'm not sure why I did that. I probably made a decision to do that at some point. Well, I'm not going to do that. Let's put it back to date. No, not date added. Date uploaded. Date published. Probably makes the most sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, bonus, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is that right? Okay, hopefully that should be fixed now. There we go. This design is cool, thank you. It might be cool if you actually see D as well, and the foreground. Woo, look at that. I'm good at dismissing any disbelief. I like suspending disbelief, right? I thought you meant like... for some reason I read that as belief in my mind. Be like, you have any opinion? I'm dismissing you. I think I have a similar thing. I have a lot of internalized reactions, and I think you've noted that in D&D. Really versus my reactions. Yeah. I think... How am I with suspending disbelief? I think it's... I think I can do it in like in a practical sense, but I don't think maybe I can do it in an intrinsic sense, is what I'd say. Because I think a lot of the time when I look at a media property, there is the sort of unshakable, like, perspective of mine where I'm like, this is a fictional thing, which makes me analyze everything in a way of like, instead of a lens of like, this is the story and the lore necessarily, of like why the character made a decision. A lot of the things I come from perspective of like, why did the author choose for the character to do that? That's an interesting way to put it. I also don't know if that's 100% true, but I mean, I think that's very much how I approach the D&D world building, of being like, I am the creator of this world, right? Every character decision for the NPCs to make is something which is curated by me, so why would I choose to make it that way or not? But yeah, I mean, everyone responds to things in different ways. Once you understand them, that's the important part, I think. To understand on a deeper level how someone might think or feel about something. Let's just make this one a two-toned one. I think that's probably good. I think we don't need more of a mosaic thing going on here. I don't know what we're going to do with the stage back here. I think probably we'll just keep it quite simple. Again, it's not really the focus. I think if we keep it geometrically simple, it should be fine. I think we'll just do this and we'll have like crossbars or something. I think that's fine. And then we'll just do some very simple shading over everything. Do I have a palette layer? Okay, which is a shading layer? Is this my shading layer? That can't be my shading layer. This must be my shading color. Whoa. But a lot of it's going to be quite lit up, so we probably don't need to go too crazy with our shading, just stuff like this, and then brighten up some of these polygons, you know, the ones which would be facing that direction. What do you think the last media property is, which like truly moved you? On like, well, maybe not the last media property. What media property do you think moved you more than anything else? Like the one where you were like, this one has cut me to the core of my being and dissected who I am. Because I think that's a very interesting thing to think about. Because it's got to be very different for each person, depending on who you are, your life experiences, etc., right? I wonder what mine would be. That's a good question, though. I actually think we should do a screen on a different thing. More than anything, that's harder to answer than the last one. Yeah, I mean, fair. Don't have to answer immediately. Just if you can think of one, or maybe not literally the one, but maybe a few. Something which is up there. I wonder what I would answer for that. What's something which I think, again, doesn't have to be the biggest one, but just one of them. Just something which cut you to the core of your being when you watched it. Yeah, that in itself is a difficult question to answer, I think. What do I think I mean, I think it's probably I Want to Live from One Piece. I'm not familiar with that, so well, I know what One Piece is, but could you give like a brief summary of what that means? Is that like an episode? Where someone wants to live, I suppose? It's a culmination of a multi-arc plotline. Okay, fair enough. I guess it'd probably be spoilers if I can try to summarize. It would be nice if you could, just like a sort of... I mean, if it's mega spoilers, then maybe let's not, but like... if you give like a brief outline of... Or maybe a better way to summarize it, of like why you think it resonated with you so much. In an abstract sense. I think I have an answer. I'm not sure if it's the answer, but it's more of like a recent one rather than a... Genshin concert made me cry, but I don't think it resonated with me, which is weird to say. I mean, music can evoke emotions. Of course. Even if it doesn't necessarily have to resonate you in that same way. There's a musical pun in there somewhere, but I think I would kind of kill the vibe if I made it, so... Okay, let's do the shading for the staging. Excuse me? There we go. Very simple shading, does not need to be crazy. Just needs to get the point of depth across. And once it does, its job is done. Actually, music is a good one. One of us a song which really resonated with me. Sorry about that. I'm back now. I wonder if there's... Yeah, the thing I was saying is I wonder if there was a song which really resonated with me. I'm still thinking. I would say a recent one, which I thought was a resonating thing. A lot of songs resonate with me. I think a lot of them come from like the idle games I end up playing. Where they go unexpectedly hard. I mean, Project Sakai is not really an idle game, but rhythm games still. Gacha games maybe is a better term. But there was a recent song. I'm not sure if it resonated with me in the exact same way, but I felt like it was really powerful. There was basically an event. There's one of the characters. They were AMAB, so they're assigned male at birth, but they present very femme. So they're kind of like a rare trans, like properly represented trans character in a Japanese game. And then they had an event basically where they were building up the courage. This is kind of spoilers, I suppose, I don't even remember what the event's called. Mizuki 5. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, which no one will do. There was an event where she was basically building up to being like, okay, I'm going to tell my friends the truth. Like, they should know who the real me, that sort of thing. And what basically happened is, like, at the end, before she could do it, she got outed by some, like, random people who didn't really like her to her closest friends. And then, I don't know, that entire moment, that just, like, lead up to it, and the breakdown of it, of, like, she finally felt comfortable, she finally felt ready, sharing a secret, and then it got broken for her. And then her friend in the moment didn't know how to react. I mean, it's a big secret, to be fair, and it explains a lot of, like, previous behaviors of, like, avoidant behavior. And then the friend in that moment, you know, just, like, had a surprised look as that trans person saw it. And then obviously the trans friend just, like, ran away. And I'm not doing it justice, but it was a huge culmination of multiple things, of, like, tension building up. And it resonated when I was just like, whoa, like, all of this emotion building up. That's something which I felt, in a sense. I think a lot of non-binary rap always resonates with me. Fair. It's always nice to see parts of who you are reflected, I think, in characters. Even more so when there's negative traits which they can overcome, right? I don't know how much more I actually want to do with this stuff, to be honest. This background is, like, fine. I guess I probably want to put, like, maybe I want to clean this up a bit. Summary. It's about someone who feels worthless, has accepted that living is selfish and decides to be selfish. Then they find people they care about. Then they want to sacrifice themselves for the people they care about. Then their friends go through a lot of hardship to try and save them. Then they discover their self-worth through the love their friends are showing for them and ask to be saved. Aww. I hope that makes kind of sense. I tried to get the gist while staying vague. I think I got the gist of it. It sounds like someone's journey of sort of like hopelessness, in a sense, when sort of indulgent, then finding a meaning and doing the ultimate sacrifice to sort of preserve that meaning, and then finding even more meaning where they thought all the meaning was found, when my friends go through and be like, don't sacrifice just for us. I don't know much about One Piece and the characters, but I can imagine it in my head. See, that's the stuff I live for. The sort of like dramatic story arc moments, those heartbreaking, heart-shattering moments. I love that. Also, the code is P good. I don't know what the code is. Is that a song, or was that it sounds like a game, actually. That should be like a Sporkle quiz, like, is this a song, game, movie? Some things just have certain vibes, you know? Okay, sorry, what am I doing here? Shading. I don't know if it makes much sense to put much shading on a backlit screen, but yeah, actually, I think I'll just leave it flat like that. I think if anything, I'll probably put a screen layer effect on, of which I don't remember where they are. Is this it? Yes, manga materials. Oh, here we go. I'm not sure about that one. What would look like a screen? What even is this? I don't know. Oh, the song from Eurovision. Yes, of course, Nemo's song. Broke the code. Whoa, oh. I got a little misty-eyed writing that description and remembering that moment. I mean, that's a hallmark of a truly fantastic media property and moment, right? That's the sort of thing which will live with you now. You'll think back to that moment multiple times. That's brilliant. That's probably like every artist's dream, to create something like that that instills that feeling in people. So I'm glad you're able to share it with us, you know. Okay, that's a good screen filter, I think. Now am I going to clean up this typography thing? I said I was going to, but I also can't be bothered. I'm going to be completely real with you. I don't have time. Let's do this stuff first. Because the thing is, the actual front of this art is so, like, prominent. But I really don't think it matters what I do in the background here, because no one is going to notice as long as it has the right shapes. Right? Like, you can't tell me you look at this and be like, oh, the first thing I notice, this stage is unshaded. So I think maybe we should focus more of our efforts in this part. I probably will at least put a grand folder main screen. I think I'll probably put just the easy answer gradient layer light on top of everything like that. What other sort of good tearjerker moments do I have? I also forgot. I got this little bottle of watermelon in my break, but eat that a bit. Sorry. No one wants to hear my eating sounds. Okay. I think that'll be fine for like a gradient light sort of thing. Let's not overcomplicate it. The foreground, probably the thing I do want to change is now that this is done and she's shaded, we can put that onto the people's phones. So let me find, where did I do it? Oh, copy here. Looks like that's right. Just put that there, I can get rid of that. What? Oh, I was like, I put it in the wrong place. Oh, that's what that is. I was like, what is this? It's the HUD of the phone. Should maybe this be more of a zoom in. Put a bit more of a HUD in. Put like, hold on, I need to open up my own phone HUD. Camera HUD, what does it have? Okay. Put some of this in. It's got like the thing here. Whoa, that's a wrong brush. Android user. Also has like a little. So what does the video one look like? It's got a little black bar up above here. And it says full HD in the corner up here. Actually, maybe let's do this one as like the signal. And then the battery. This person's almost out of battery. Oh, those are phones. I thought they were little mirrors or portals. I think someone else said that as well. You thought it was a body pillow. Yeah, that's right. What time would it be? Let's say it's... We should put a secret in here. But... I can't put it too late, otherwise it doesn't make sense. I'll make it my birthday, why not? 2:09. Well, that makes it seem like... Well, I can't do 2 AM. Oh, I guess I could put PM. So I think in 24-hour time, so... Really starting early, if that's what's going on, but... what does an iPhone HUD look like? Wow, I just opened the first episode after the bonus one, and right off the bat you say that the last one was a special episode where you were figuring out the language, but because at the time I didn't know there was an actual bonus episode, I was assuming you meant the input pattern as you just ran into them in the last regular episode. Now it makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I think, I don't know, that's interesting. I didn't think about the playlist, but when I uploaded them, like as that series was coming out, the bonus one did come out after that episode. I don't know why I manually put it at the bottom of the playlist. Maybe I was just like, oh, most people aren't interested in the language deciphering, though. Surprisingly, a lot of people are. People do like me deciphering the language. What does a FaceTime interface look like? You can tell I'm not an Apple user. Okay, we can do it like that. Okay. So this thing, this person will not be there. They'd actually be floating here. Okay, so we might make it a bit better, I think. But let's just do this for now. Keep it a black screen. Then we'll do the iPhone's little notch thing they have in the middle here. Looks like it's a white overlay. Maybe let's move this down a bit. Probably wouldn't be able to see this bottom part very well. Okay, that looks pretty good, and then I'll just draw like a face in here or something. I think I interpreted that it was so long that you wanted people to be able to skip it and get back to the gameplay, and that's why it's not in sequence of the others. Yeah, something like that, probably. Language is kind of a main attraction in Fez. Ah, fair enough. Not the only one, but the main one. That and the Tetris shapes. A lot of the game's charm comes from uncovering its secrets, don't you think? I think that's fair. I mean, just like sort of in my mind, I was just like, do people really want to watch like a 2-hour video or something of me being like, what does this letter mean? The answer is apparently yes, by the way, but I think when I uploaded it, I was like, there's no way. But, you know, I'm glad that people do, to be honest, so. I don't know what I put in here, to be honest. I haven't really thought about this. Maybe I should just keep it vague and ambiguous. Why is this like... Okay, there we go. Maybe it's somewhere... Wait, hold on. We can make it funny. While not actually having to draw anything. Someone just like looking down on their phone like this, you know? We got it like too close to their face. You pick up what I'm putting down? They're crying, just tears of joy. I was singing about idol. I'll be your idol. Keeping you obsessed, keeping you in check. Playing on a Picadopsy in your head. Anytime it hurts, play another verse. I can be your sanctuary. I'm not good K-pop demon hunters, anyone? No, I'm the only one right now. I'll love you more when it all burns down. More than power, more than gold. Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for your soul. Okay, there you go. Okay, phone case. We can just shade on these layers directly, I think. No big deal. Probably what I want to do instead is actually make it darker than highlight it instead. I'm the only one who love your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. 'Cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Show me your desire. I can be the star you rely on. Okay, I think it looks good. Probably reads more as a phone now, I hope. Probably the final thing I would do is I would do just a very small shadow layer with this, just to give it sort of a sense of depth of a phone case, because these phone cases are like huge, these ones. So bulky. Probably this phone case as well, I would give... Let's make it more for one. Let's make it a different colour. I don't know why I made it exactly the same colour, but... That's not right. That was a good game though. Translating a language. It's weird that I've done it twice in a game. How many indie games are there where you had to translate the language? Did it for Fez, did it for Tunic. The silhouettes, I think we can keep the silhouettes, but I do think that the glow sticks should be glowing. Hot take. But I'll do it like this. We'll do it a very simple way. Easy way to make things glow. Just put a light core in the middle, and put a really bright core in, and then just put add glow overlay on top of a colour. That's all you need. I'm pretty sure if Dee had a light stick though, she wouldn't have a butterfly one. I think it'd be a heart-shaped one. That probably makes most sense, right? So you do this when you get a really bright core. Maybe this was a custom one just for this tour. Do the same for the sticks as well. Make them just sort of glow faintly. Not a huge amount, just enough. Probably I want to do a bit of shading on that stage, but I'm not sure. When I want to do glow stick glow, we'll figure out what layer it goes on afterwards. Do this, add glow, choose a color, brighten. That might be a bit too bright, but we'll see. Get some glows from the outside like other people have things. Another 4 to 5 times, so chances are very true, very true. But next time something like this happens, you could just mention that the viewer can skip that episode if they want to get right back to the gameplay. That way you can satisfy both types of people. That's true. I mean, I feel like a viewer should probably be in charge of that own thing, to be fair. They can decide for themselves if they see it. Probably, I don't know why, I probably won't just manually sort them. I'll probably just put them, upload them normally. Keep them in the order. Delicious. Okay. I mean, this is basically done. I think what I would want to do actually, which I'm surprised I didn't do, was this. So I probably want to do harsh highlights. Not rim lights, harsh highlights. Probably better call them like shines or something instead, but it actually does not look very good when I do that. I guess I could do it like this, might be okay. I think I'm overcomplicating it for no reason. Let's just leave it like that, you know. I think let's kind of a line art in probably. Because these crystals, I think, should have a white outline or something very bright. Anyway, thanks for sorting these out. No worries. Wow, you're done with art before 10 AM as well? I mean, it was basically finished from last time, so this is us just sort of finishing off from last time. Because I was strict with myself because I'm streaming both today and tomorrow, because this is the catch-up stream for July. But I was like, it's fine. The most important thing we do today is actually to finish this art rather than do blueprints, so I did not start another run. I kept to it, and here we are. Just putting the finishing touches on this. My mind is so blank on that question, I've forgotten every piece of media. You know what? I made a gender envy board of characters I resonate with. You're usually still on blueprints around this time. When did you start? I started at normal time. I was just stricter at being like, okay, let's not overrun this time. We will have a hard cutoff. I won't start another run because it's more important that we actually get to the art portion. Otherwise, we're never going to finish this piece of art. So yes. Now, tomorrow I make no promises. Tomorrow we'll have to see. Okay, let's just do this. Oh, that's not right. get all this line art. Put in. Sometime. Now my mind's blank for responses, mate. Yeah, you missed a discussion. Well, not a discussion, I guess it's still going, MSMX. Maybe you have a good answer for this, but what media property, what story, what thing, song, film, book, whatever, do you think resonated with you the most, or moved you the most, I think is how I phrased it. That was a question of discussion. You know, right, Lilo and Stitch I resonate with a lot. Ah. That's a good one. I think Lilo and Stitch must be... Yeah, it covers a lot of... There's sort of a feeling of feeling like an outsider, right? And then being accepted. It's been a while since I watched Lilo and Stitch, so I'm not sure if that's the only story with the only angle which you come from. Okay, recent examples, more so than movement feelings. Yeah, you can do recent examples. I think it's very difficult to think of, as we've discovered, very difficult to think of one which is further away, like a V1. White sheer. Give me a sec, no worries. We've got all the time in the world. Well, that's not true, but... You've got until I finish colouring in the line art and then doing the gradient map, I guess. I think I'll probably darken this white sheer. Line art colour, it's a bit too bright. Maybe I'll make it more of a teal. Yeah, I think it looks a bit better. And then we'll put a base. Change it all to like a tealy green, I suppose. So we'll do this, and then we'll do a gradient on top. Nah, we'll just leave it like that. Keep it simple. Keshi and Giveon's recent albums, emotional engagement in the former over multiple listens, and absolute feel and soul in the latter, but more so off the first couple listens. And the latter still hits, but not as much anymore. Also has been, especially Angel Dust. I like watching video essays and talks about people's perspective of what he goes through. I certainly see that. I don't know Keshi and Giveon, but the amount of times that we talk about Has Been is... I really have to watch it at some point. I really do. But Angel does strike me as one of the more interesting characters in the show. I haven't done a gradient. Wait, have I? No, I haven't. Okay, let's do a gradient light as well. that, but then soft light probably. Put it on my clothes as well. He doesn't believe me that you haven't watched it. I mean, I kind of relate to Ragfa and Digital Circus. To be honest, is Rare MB Rep I relate to. It's normal non-human. At least Poison cues in non-watchers that Angel's going through something at least. That's true. I think the songs do a good job of representing the general vibe of the character story arcs. Well, not story arcs, sorry, the story. What am I doing? I mean, I just know all the songs on Has Been Hotel. Nothing strange with that. Well, you saying that someone who knows all the songs should have probably watched it by now? Outrageous. Simply outrageous. Oh, it's so bright. I was not just messing around, seeing which of these might be fun. Add glow. Whoa, that's weird. Multiply. Color dodge. No, let's just do normal. Yeah, nothing is fine. Text. Don't know if we need a gradient anymore. Probably still do. It's a bit hard to read. Probably. I do it like this. What do you? Seeing as we've got a lot of hard shapes and lines, we should be using that in our motif, probably. Even if it does look a bit more punkish than intended. I feel like My Singing Monsters, a music-focused mobile game, formed my perception and process of music making today, a kind of layer-by-layer thing for Monsters' individual music parts. I can't wait to hear your music, so true. My Singing Monsters is definitely the sort of game I wish I had... I don't know if it existed when I was... I mean, it must have existed when I was a child, but kind of makes me wish I played it, I suppose, when I was younger. Because I remember when we first started doing music, we got access to I think we used Reason, the music program, and being able to put together these musical layers to layer out things in a practical sense, not just in theory, as I learned through taking instrument lessons, was really a lot of fun. Let's do some purple here, probably a lighter purple than that. This doesn't really translate that well, this colouring, but whatever. Okay, we need a darker sort of teal green. And we need sort of bright green. I wonder if this border instead should be like a bright white. That's probably a bit more readable. I'd probably decrease the size of this one. I think it's always going to be unreadable no matter what I do. Let's make it a really thick border. In which case I probably don't leave a gradient. I think just by the colour palette blending together is going to be difficult. Wait, you know about the game? I do know about the game, My Singing Monsters. It's like a... I mean, you basically described as much as I know about it. But you have like different monsters you put together and they all make like a sound or something. But then you like put a load of them together and it makes like a melody. Whenever I talked about it, you never engage with it. It was like, ooh, sounds cool. Oh, that's because I don't actually know anything else about it apart from you put monsters down and it lays out songs. So I apologize if I didn't engage with it. I just genuinely did not know anything else about the game. I think some old composer songs I'm proud of, but yeah, I need to work out protection service and just start posting my stuff. Most Beats projects I don't want to give to just anyone, either, you know, got vision to them. Yeah, absolutely, you know, fair enough. It's your artwork at the end of the day. A bit of a stretch. Okay, let's make these thumbnails, export them. Text. I think this is one of the ones which definitely looks a lot better without the text. The text just makes it too busy, the title, but not really a lot I can do about that. Do I export it as full resolution? I probably do. For the title screen. So you know the gist of it, all good. Yeah. When did it come out? Let's see actually. My Singing Monsters. Came out 2012. Yeah, so it's probably just missed me. I would have been 15, I think. Alright, let's update the title screen to this new art. It's a fun one, I think, this one. Let's see it in action, everyone. Ooh, look at that. How fun. Okay, so have a stretch. We got how many more minutes? 2 more minutes until things end. But yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow probably, unless something happens. So you can look forward to that for whatever. We can start thinking about what August's is going to look like. I think I'm actually quite busy through August as well. We Sissings talking again or just leaving? I mean, you can leave if you want. This is the end show. I mean, maybe I'll even run an advert or something. But I mean, we can talk more tomorrow. I'll be streaming again. If you have bigger conversations you want to say for then. Does anyone have anyone that they know who I can raid? How about that? Anyone that you want to support with these 6 viewers? I'll send them that way. Their way. Look through these raid channels. Who do I know? Is there anyone I know? A lot of people drawing art. This person's got cool art. From just for thumbnail. Well, a blink time stream is over, it feels like. Time flies, but it's been 3 hours. Have a stretch. You know, why don't I run a 1 minute advert while we wait for MSMX to find someone? And I think if you're subscribed, you can still see me talking. Because I think ending the stream with exactly an ad feels a bit boring. But running one in a small break and then having the epilogue. That's what it's about. Whole morning has gone by so quickly. You know, it's a weekend. Time dilation on a weekend, as they say. Just zooms by. Should we see? Let's see. I'm gonna check my emails. Has a support person responded to me? Does not look like it. Unsurprising. Did not expect them to work on the weekend, but not sure if they're 18 plus and they're bigger, but there's Slushy VR is the only one I'm familiar with. We can do that. Let's see. See if I can find them. Slushy. Ava through fire. I know, but also not as well. Well, you know, as long as you vouch for them. They don't seem to be 18 plus. Oh, that's true, okay. Not sure if they're 18 plus, so hold on. Let me look at Slushy VR's thing. Let's see if I open up a new Twitch, I get like a content warning or something. Slushy VR. Slushy VRC, is that it? It doesn't look like they have a warning. Oh well, we stand trans creators. I'll send them to them. Why not? She's just doing... Oh my gosh, so many things. No art streams I know live. Back Keto's a chill small person doing Lego right now. I should go for people who are smaller than... Okay. Well... I used Freudian suggestion last time, so I'll use MSMX yours this time. You know what? Go. Start raid. There you go. 2 viewers ready to raid in 8 seconds. Everyone's gone, I think. Let's go. Trans creators. Like finding new people. Well, thank you very much for coming. I don't know how much more time I have, but I'll see you tomorrow, I suppose, for the next stream. Thank you for coming along. I still don't understand. Like, does a raid thing work or not? Feel free to leave, I guess, for in your vibe logs. Yeah, thank you for streaming. Take care. Thank you all for coming along. It's working? It works. Wonderful. Best to open your Twitch chat so you can leave a message. Oh yeah, I should do that. I'm bad at streaming. Okay, I'm sorry. How do I do this? Slushy VRC. Has it already raided? It must have already raided, I think. Muted them. Okay. Let's see, did it happen? I don't know, I just got an advert. I don't know. I'll stop the stream now. And then the raid will happen, probably. It's difficult to say, because it said it was going to happen in 10 seconds, and I was like, what? Why don't I see a countdown on my own thing? Oh, I do. I see raid now. Okay, there we go. Raid now. And now I'll stop the stream. Thank you all for coming along. Did that work? DeerDarling is raiding with a party of 5. Ooh. Alright, I'll stop the secret recording now. Let's see how this goes.